Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My Heritage just got a little over 1,000 miles on it, so it's time to do a 1,000-mile service. So my Harley dealer has an option, free of charge, to have my bike picked up, get the service done, and drop it back off at the house, which is great. I don't have to deal with these potholes on the roads yet that haven't been covered up after the winter, and there's still some salt on the road. And it is still pretty chilly out, so it's not a big deal as far as riding, but the roads are still pretty terrible. So I wanted to take advantage of that and get something else done on the bike as well. So I've been thinking for a while what to do next for my bike. And the first thing that came to my mind, of course, is handlebars. I've done some research, looked at other bikes, other guys that done changes on their handlebars. And based on what I found and what I think will fit best for me are the Harley Davidson Fat Chizeled Handlebars. Now, the reason I chose a Fat Chiseled Handlebars is because they are a little narrower and they are a little bit taller. So I didn't want to go super tall because I'm not obviously very tall myself, but I did want to go something taller than the stock handlebars and a little narrower. Because the handlebars are taller, you do have to add several things to it. You have to change a upper brake cable, a clutch cable, also in upper portion, and a wire extension cable. The install itself is not really complicated, actually pretty straightforward. Because Heritage has turn signals in the frame, there's only really two cables inside the handlebars. So it's not a lot of wires to run, so that part is actually pretty straightforward. The only thing that makes things a little bit, not necessarily complicated, just extra work, is the upper brake cable. So to change the upper brake cable is really simple. But as you may know, Heritage does come with ABS brakes. So that complicates things a little bit. So because of the ABS brakes, you can't use a standard way of bleeding the brakes in the system. You do have to use a special technique, and I believe there's a special machine that Harley uses to bleed the brakes. I was going to do the install myself, get everything changed, bleed the brakes the best I can, and then either have the bike picked up and get it properly bled at the dealership, or just ride it up there, use the rear brakes for the most part, and do the same. However, I figured since I'm gonna have my bike serviced at the dealership anyway, I'll just have them get the handlebars installed and bled the brakes at the same time and just get it all done there. Also, my dealer was running a winter special on the install prices, so again, I wanted to take advantage of that. So without wasting too much time, let's take a look at the handlebar itself and all the extra things that I had to buy for this install. Alright guys, so I already packed everything in the box for when my bike is going to get picked up. But let's quickly get this thing opened up and we can look at all the bits and pieces that are needed. Alright, so here's the wire extension kit, and I will put all these part numbers in the description of the video. Alright, next, according to the Harley website, you do need this elbow adapter for the brake cable. Okay, let's get this thing open. Here is the extended clutch cable. Again, I'll put the part numbers down below. An extended brake cable, and the bars themselves. I'm not going to unwrap it, but actually, let's see. I'll open them up really quickly, just so you get an idea, then I'll put it back in. Alright guys, so here's what they look like. They are definitely narrower than the stock bars. They have a nice little logo here on the end of each bar, which also makes it simpler to route the wires in. Okay. And that's basically it. Alright guys, so I will see you soon as soon as I get the bike back from the dealership, and we will take a look at the installed product. Alright guys, so the bike was just delivered, so let's take a look closer at the installed product. Here are the new installed handlebars. As you can see, an adapter and a new longer brake cable was installed, as well as a longer clutch cable. I already had new Harley grips installed on the previous handlebars, so they just moved them over. And this is what it looks like with me on the bike. The hand position is really comfortable. It's almost at a 90-degree angle, where on the previous bars they were slightly lower and wider. So to me, this actually feels a lot more comfortable. These are not much taller. They're only about 2 inches taller than the stock bars. But again, because of the slightly narrower stance and slightly taller bars, I feel actually a lot more comfortable. Well, my hand and my shoulder position feels a lot more comfortable than before. Alright guys, so that was a quick overview of the Harley Fat Chizeled bars. If you have any questions and comments, please post them down below. As always, if this video was helpful to some of you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.